Hello there, I'm the Ghost Girl Gamer. You can call me Gigi. Here we are back with part 2 of Hell City. We had just finished chapter 2. Reminder, this is kind of like a visual novel style type game. Last we were heading to St. Joseph's Cathedral, which a priest told us might be a safe haven from all the demons and monsters that are attacking us. So let's continue with chapter 3. I think that's supposed to be chapter 3, the fight for survival. You move as quickly and silently as you can towards the cathedral. The light from the tower seems to pulse in a way that makes you feel uneasy. You can make out 2 people guarding the front of the cathedral. Weirdly, they seem to be armored, as they are dressed as though they are from the Middle Ages. How do you approach them? Openly worked with the priest, so let's try it again. You take heart and try to walk confidently up towards the guards. They don't even bat an eyelid until you get to about halfway. One of them points in your direction and you hear the shriek of the creatures. Instantly, you start running like a motherfucker. One of the guards holds up a massive staff with blades into the air. The light from the tower makes one bright pulse before it blasts and vaporizes the creature. The other guard grabs you and tells you to get inside the massive building. Okay, so they have lightning powers in modern-day New York. Cool. Outside, you hear murderous echoing screams as the tower decimates a pack of the beasts. You breathe a sigh of relief and thank your lucky stars that you're still alive. Obviously, the guards know their business as the screams and shrieks soon die out. As you walk through the gloomy shadows of the cathedral, a tall, middle-aged woman wearing armor confidently approaches you and starts talking. You, child, are doomed, as we all are. We are the Vatican Guard, and while we live, nothing evil shall ever pass us. For a moment, she looks away and pauses. Is she testing you? So ask a question or listen. I'm gonna go with listen. I think she'd probably tell me stuff if she wanted to, so. I am Sister Lucian. There are very few of us left now, but our faith is strong. To have reached us through this judgment and shown the wisdom of silence, you must be favored by the Lord. Obviously, she is batshit insane. You remain silent, waiting for her next words. She seems satisfied and she grabs a mean-looking sword and gives it to you. May the Lord guide your sword. Now follow me. So we can ask questions again or just follow her. Look, I think she knows what she's doing, so let's just follow her. You follow the crazy bitch with the massive sword. You start wondering if the pot you smoked the last few days was laced with LSD. She stops suddenly in front of the altar and twists a candle holder. The entire altar starts to rumble and shake, and roofs opening up a small gap. Here in these catacombs, we will search for the artifact that will help us win back this city and this world in the name of God. She doesn't look like she's asking for a favor. Keep following the bitch, I guess. You push yourself through the little gap and jump down to land on the tilted ground below. Dust flicks up all around you as the mad sister jumps down. Without hesitation, she points in a direction for you to go. As you move forward, you notice a dim, eerie glow in the distance. Careful, she hisses. There's more than one evil lurking in these crypts. You must fall back a few steps behind me. If they kill me, then you must get the artifact. Silence fills the air. I guess I'll follow her advice and fall back. You let the sinister sister take the lead and hold your sword tight while you follow a few paces behind. Suddenly, a shadow flashes past the distant glow. Something or someone is approaching. The sister shouts at you to stay back as she slices the creature apart. Acidic blood spits everywhere, but her armor protects her. Once the creature falls to the floor with a screech, the sister plows on with determination. See, she might be crazy, but she powerful, so we gonna follow her. You follow a sister through the old passage that looks ancient enough to be the work of a medieval stonemason. Disturbing frescoes grace the walls all around you. From the corner of your eye, it looks as though the scenes are moving. You can clearly see that the glow is coming from a large room at the end of the corridor. Suddenly, the sinister sister says, "Stay firm, child. Turn around and face what might come at us." I don't wanna turn around. I don't wanna. Oh, God. You decide to turn around and you see a pair of glowing eyes in the darkness lurching towards you. Another pair of eyes flick open in front of you, and then another, until as they close in, you can see there are a dozen twisted, glowing-eyed creatures. Those vile beasts are covered in sores with their acidic blood oozing through. It's been a long time, but you make the sign of the cross, and just for a moment they pause. You ready your sword. Nope, not attacking them. I'm backing up. Sister can handle these. You're facing the horrible creatures while you press your back into the fresco-covered walls of the crypt. The dreaming creatures stop approaching you and wait. Before you can comprehend what is happening, arms flick out from the apocalyptic vision sewn in the fresco behind you and slash your throat so deeply your head lolls forward, held to your body by a flap of skin. Whoops. Ugh. Okay. So I guess we gotta fight, so let's do this thing. You feel yourself smile as you walk forward, brandishing the heavy sword that the crazy sister gave you. For a moment, it's like you are an action hero. The sword is an extension of your arm, and you slice through the first creature. 2 of them pounce at you, and you send them back to hell. The rest pour forth, and despite the acid blood spurting all around you, not a drop touches you. All the creatures lay before you in piles of bone and acid on the stone ground. Even if you die now, you can be proud that you slayed some demons. It would be better if you lived, though. So, examine the bodies or go back. Let's go back to the sister. You dash back to join Sister Lucian. She's standing in front of the glowing light, with her back towards you. You look around and see the burned bodies of many demon creatures lit by the glow. The sister stumbles around. Her chest is ripped and pouring blood. Child, this is the last chance for this city. Take the artifact and bring it to St. John's Cathedral. There they will know what to do. There should be an exit over there, in this room. Remember, take the right path. Then she slowly falls backward onto the cold, dusty ground. Chapter 4. Inside the Beast. Poor Sister Lucian. Hey, we're still alive though, right? You grab the big glowing cross without hesitation and make it over to the other side of the room. As the sister said, you find an opening. You squeeze yourself through the slit in the wall and follow a dark, thin path. The way ends at the front of a small stream of foul-smelling water. This seems to be the only way forward, so you follow the stream and hope for the best until the tunnel splits in the middle, one route going to the left and the other going to the right. Now, for content's sake, I should go left. But for my own sanity, I'm gonna go right, like Sister Lucian said. You remember the sister's dying words and confidently take the right path. She was a crazy bitch, but she never lied to you. You walk around a sharp curve and see the gray-blue sky of light of dawn spilling through some foliage. You slash away with your blade and step out to find yourself right in front of the Harlem River. Dark clouds hang in the air, and silence astounds you. No sounds of the city, no birds, not even the sound of wind blowing. You know that the destination the Mad Sister gave you is further south. So let's go south. Ow, I'm dead. You press on, oblivious to the creatures hidden by the tall grass. 2 of them rush you from behind. One sinks both its claws into your backside and lifts you up while the other one experiments with trying to rip your spine out through your butthole. This is a particularly humiliating death for someone who really should have stayed cautious. Ugh, yeah, alright, so we'll inspect the surroundings then. You carefully watch the area. You see movement in the tall grass and drop down to your knees and stop breathing for a moment. You whisper a curse to yourself inaudibly as you start to breathe again. It's impressively profane. You have learned to be cautious throughout this ordeal and continue waiting. Eventually, 2 creatures trot menacingly out of the tall grass and look around them. Let's make sure they leave before we move. Nothing is moving. There's no sign of life, and the air remains still. This area seems free of demons. Now I think we can move. You walk along the river towards what you hope is your heroic destiny with your sword holstered and the precious old cross in your right hand. Relief pours over your face when you can finally make out the silhouette of St. John's Cathedral. The relief is short-lived. There's one bloody problem. It's on the other side of the river. There's a small battered pedestrian ferry drifting close by, and a bit further down, there's the old Washington Bridge. So how are you going to try to get across? So, a very Oregon Trail of us, move towards the bridge or hop on the ferry. Now, question, is there anyone even on the ferry to drive it? So let's take the bridge. Ugh, I'm gonna regret this. You jog toward a small stairway that leads up to the bridge. Once you are up there, you know you'll be out in the open, but you have no regrets leaving the battered ferry behind. Whew. You walk up the stairway and are overjoyed to see some Vatican commandos who are attacking and shooting a giant monster demon with gleaming eyes that they have attached hooks to. We should help them. I think they're the good guys, so dash forward. Adrenaline courses through your veins and you rush to help them. You hold your sword in one hand and the cross in the other while a holy warrior frenzy guides you. Every slash at the creature is true. It has weaknesses that the commandos would be lucky to find, and its blood does not carry the acid of the other demons. Within moments, the beast screams out with a powerful force before you summons it. Jump off of it. Don't know why we'd have to cut its eyes out. Oh, damn. You jump down from the monster and stare into its eyes. That was a mistake. Somehow those eyes look deep to you and you feel frozen, barely unable to breathe and unable to move. You slam onto the asphalt like an anvil falling in a Tom and Jerry cartoon. So it was a Medusa, like a Medusa-style gargoyle. So let's cut its eyes out this time. Basking in victory, you start laughing hysterically and carve out an eye of the great beast. You are starting to understand why the sister was a bit of a scary nutcase, but you feel raw power coursing through your veins. The brethren are shocked into a stupor. One of them exclaims, "I know you! You were with Sister Lucian and went into the diabolical catacombs. You must be the one to kill the servant of Satan." You tell them that Sister Lucian did not survive, but entrusted you to continue her mission. You casually throw in how many creatures you have exterminated, and they ask you to follow them to their outpost. Why not? I am pretty cool, after all. One of the brothers tells you that they believe there is a greater and stronger demon present in the area, hiding within a deep pit. They tell you that their strongest weapons and charms were barely able to hold the creature you defeated. However, they are calm now that you, the servant of the Lord, have arrived. Once the guard begins to recount how in their recorded history there are only 2 examples of mortal men killing these greater demons. You can already tell that this story would be better with a few hits from a bog. One was the well-known Abdul al-Hazred, who after killing a greater demon seemed to get ripped apart by a sandstorm that attacked only him in a busy marketplace. The other survived his deed, but was later assassinated in a theater. His name was Abraham Lincoln, and he defeated a legion of humans turned into vampires and their master. Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. Haven't seen the movie. Is it good? Tell me in the comments. I want to see it, maybe. The brethren mutter that the film about this part of his life wasn't very accurate, and it was less exciting than they expected. It's funny. It is almost a relief to reach the demon pit, especially as you quite enjoyed the film, and these brothers obviously don't have any tastes. While you and the small group of men reach the pit, you look down and the hole seems to reach into the bowels of the city. The brethren throw down some ropes and attach a harness to your chest. The last time you did anything with a harness was a really fun night with a wild lady. So, you know, not all bad. Dull stories from a brethren, but fun memories from your past. You and several other commandos are lowered down into the pit where you can see 2 giant tunnels. From one comes a heavy stomping sound. The other is filled with the stench of acidic blood. Okay, acid tunnel usually means it's the acid demons, and those are easier than the stomp tunnels, I guess, so let's take the acid tunnel. Ah, damn it. You enter the acid tunnel and too late remember the advice to avoid enclosed rooms. The stench stings your nose and eyes. You vomit as you try to escape, but it's too late. You collapse next to a half-liquefied rat. Fuck, forgot about that. Stomp tunnel it is! You enter the stomp tunnel and you freeze when you see what is causing the stomping. 3 giant demons, similar to the one on the bridge, circle around a pile of dead creatures in what appears to be some kind of ceremony. The mouth of one of the giants seems to end in a bundle of hanging tendrils, which speech spine-tingling sounds. You raise your blade and hope these monsters will fall as easily as the one on the bridge. Whatever you do it now. 3 versus 1? Oh, I know, I feel like sneaking past them is a bad idea, so I'm gonna try to attack them. Ah, I suck. With the element of surprise gone, you foolishly rush in and try to take on 2 of the giants. You slash at one before the other giant jumps on top of you in a move that would make a wrestler proud. Your heart is crushed and stabbed by the broken bones in your chest as you die. Damn it. Alright, so sneaky it is. You push yourself against the wall, and so do the 3 commandos that followed you into a giant chamber. As you approach, one of the commandos stumbles on the uneven ground. Immediately, the 3 creatures turn. The commandos immediately open fire and rush toward the giants. I didn't know they were coming with us, otherwise I would have not done that last time. One of them turns back to you and yells for you to rid New York City from the ultimate evil that has come over it. Obviously, he's an idiot, and by yelling you has ruined any chance you had about flanking the giants. I'ma run. I'm sorry, dudes. I'm out. Peace, yo. You leave the commandos to their fate and rush past a monstrous demon to a smaller entrance decorated with sharp metal thorns. Only a few long hours ago, you were finishing a bog, and now you have survived and fought your way through this adventure. If this were ever written in a book, then it would sound trashy, but you think it might be a fun ride. Satan's minion and your destiny lie in front of you. You move out onto the ominous last chamber that holds the evil that has turned New York City into this nightmarish shithole. You brandish your sword and the holy artifact. They give you courage once more, and you move forward. A gloom beckons you, and inside the chamber you see what appears to be a silhouette of something animal-like, flushed with strange colors over its surface. You stand ready. The being floats slightly above the ground, and its surface undulates. Its freakish form changes and morphs into animals and creatures beyond your comprehension. Heat washes over you, and it's as though your insides are gradually being boiled. You raise your sword, mutter profane curses, shit, fuck, goddamn, balls, goddamn, fuck, and divine prayers, and rush towards the beast, and sink your sword into what you hope is the demon's head. The entity retreats and shrieks at you. You shudder as you hear the sound. The sound is worse than your ex-girlfriend nagging you, you know, in that fucking nasal voice. And it's worse than the screams of 1,000,000 crying babies in a restaurant. It's a sound that would crush most men's souls, but not yours. Not today. You make your final move. You swing the old ancient cross against the creature with all your strength. A divine force guides your arm, slamming it into the small wound created by your sword. The demon writhes in agony, twisting and turning like a breakdancer after 10 energy drinks. Its form I shouldn't be laughing, this is serious. Its form changes and its skin undulates and oozes a thick yellow pus. Finally, it implodes with a hate-filled scream that would shatter 1,000 wine glasses. You wander back towards the stomping giants and slice the sole remaining giant from its head to its stomach. One of the commandos has survived, and you help him to the ropes. New York City is saved, and you, my friend, are a hero. And that was Hell City. A neat little text adventure. I haven't done a text adventure in years. That was pretty cool. I'll link it in the description, so if you guys want to try to find, maybe there are different endings, I don't know, that'd be cool. Let me know in the comments if you find any other endings. That was pretty awesome. I might try something like that again. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. I'm the Ghost Girl Gamer. You can call me the hero! GG.